Hey guys, the UEFA Champions League match day 2 is set to kick off tomorrow, and we'll have 9 games that are going to be taking place tomorrow, Tuesday. 9 games are also going to be taking place on Wednesday. So in this video, I'm going to break down the analysis of the 9 games that are going to be taking place tomorrow, Tuesday, and the other 9 games that are going to be taking place on Wednesday. So if this is the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, I will invite you to just be patient, watch the video carefully to the end, and tell me what you think about all these UEFA Champions League fixtures that are going to be taking place on match day 2. Now let us jump into the games that are going to be taking place tomorrow, Tuesday. Like I said, 9 games are going to be taking place tomorrow, and the first game is going to be that of Atalanta versus Club Brugge, which will take place at the same time with Kyler Almaty versus Real Madrid. Now when you take a look at these 2 games, discover that the games are going to be very, very important. Atalanta suffered a defeat on match day 1 to PSG, and Club Brugge defeated AS Monaco on match day 1. Kyler Almaty suffered a defeat to Sporting CP, and Real Madrid defeated Olympique de Marseille. So these 2 games are going to be taking place at the same time, and the 2 games are very, very important, especially for Real Madrid. They suffered a defeat in La Liga this weekend against Atletico de Madrid, and this game is a game must win for them. All their players are actually available for this game. The only 3 players that did not travel for Real Madrid in this game is Eder Militao, Dani Carvajal, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. These are the only 3 Real Madrid players that are not going to be available for this game, but I think it is a game must win for them, especially the form at which they are in now, because they have won 6 games in La Liga this season, and they won their first UEFA Champions League game. So I think this is going to be a game must win for Real Madrid. And when you take a look at the game between Atalanta versus Club Brugge, Atalanta coming into this game is actually in search of their first Champions League victory of the season, and Club Brugge will be in search of their second Champions League victory of the season, right? And we'll keep those 2 games aside. You take a look at the game of Atletico de Madrid versus Frankfurt, right, which will be played at 8 o'clock. This game is going to be an interesting game. Remember, on March 1, Liverpool defeated Atletico de Madrid 3-2, and Frankfurt defeated Galatasaray. So this game tomorrow is a game where Atletico de Madrid come into the game. They will be coming to see if they can grab their first 3 UEFA Champions League points of the season after defeating Real Madrid this weekend 5-2 in this game. They are coming with the same mentality. I know it is going to be a tough game for Atletico de Madrid and another tough game for Frankfurt, though Atletico de Madrid is playing at home, and we all know what it means to play a UEFA Champions League game at home, because there is always a home advantage. Another game is going to be that of Bodo Glimt versus Tottenham. Now when they take a look at this game, on March 1, Tottenham defeated Villarreal 1-0, and this game they are going to be playing away from home. They are coming to this game with a mindset of winning. Remember, this weekend against Wolverhampton, Tottenham shared points with Wolverhampton 1-0. I mean, this weekend in the Premier League, Tottenham shared points with Wolverhampton 1-1. So the game ended 1-1. They had 1 point in that game, and this game against Bodo Glimt is going to be another important game for Tottenham. Bodo Glimt won their first UEFA Champions League game of the season. Tottenham also won their first UEFA Champions League game of the season. So the game is going to be a tough one. When you take a look at this other game, we discover that Chelsea is going to be hosting Benfica at home in a game where many Chelsea players are not going to be available. Yes, I feel bad for Chelsea at this point in time, because this is when the season is beginning to get interesting and many of their players are injured. Cole Palmer and Moise Caicedo are the most 2 important players for Chelsea, and these 2 guys are going to be out for this game. For Moise Caicedo, there is a 50% chance that he might be available for this game, and there is a 50% chance that he might not be available for this game. Now when you take a look at the last 5 games of Chelsea won just 1 of their last 5 games, suffered 3 defeats in the last 5 games with 1 draw. When you take a look at Benfica won 2 of their last 5 games, 2 draws in the last 5 games with just 1 defeat. You notice that in this game, Benfica stands a higher chance to win the game against Chelsea. Jose Mourinho returning to a team where he already knows everything about. So it is going to be a tough one for Chelsea. Galatasaray versus Liverpool. Remember, on March 1, Frankfurt defeated Galatasaray, a game where Galatasaray scored the first goal of the game, and Frankfurt came from behind and defeated them. So playing against Liverpool tomorrow is going to be a tough game for Galatasaray. Liverpool suffered a defeat this weekend against Crystal Palace. So take a look at the last 5 games of Galatasaray, they won 4. Take a look at the last 5 games of Liverpool, they won 4. So they are almost at the same level. But when you go at the level of head-to-head, Galatasaray have come across Liverpool in their club history just 4 good times, and they defeated Liverpool 3 times. Liverpool defeated them just 1. So this game tomorrow is going to be a tough one. But when I take a look at this Liverpool team, I am expecting to see Hugo Ekitike Federico Chiesa in the starting 11 tomorrow against Galatasaray if Arne Slot wants to win the game. The game between Inter Milan and Slavia Prague is going to be another interesting game. Remember, on March the 1, Inter Milan defeated Ajax 2-0. There is also another game of Olympique de Marseille versus Ajax. Remember, on March the 1, Olympique de Marseille suffered a defeat to Real Madrid 2-1. Ajax suffered a defeat to Inter Milan 2-0. So Olympique de Marseille and Ajax both have 0-0 points, and coming to this game is a game where they want to see if they can, in any of them wants to win their first UEFA Champions League game of the season. And the final game that is going to be taking place tomorrow is going to be that of Pafos versus Bayern Munich. This game is going to be somehow funny because when you take a look at the first UEFA Champions League game that Bayern Munich played against Chelsea, they dominated Chelsea massively and defeated Chelsea 3-1. Pafos did not score a single goal on March 1 nor concede a goal on March 1, so they had a clean sheet. 1 point. They went back home with just 1 point. So it is going to be a tough game between Pafos and Bayern Munich. These two clubs have never come across each other. Then on Wednesday, we are going to be having the game of Karabakh versus Copenhagen and Union Saint-Gilloise versus Newcastle. These two games are the first two games that are going to be taking place in the afternoon before the evening games. Now, when you take a look at the game between Union Saint-Gilloise versus Newcastle, it is called that the game is going to be somehow funny. Newcastle suffered a defeat yesterday against Arsenal in the game where they could have won the game, right? They suffered a defeat in that game, and they'll be coming to this game to see if they can do some corrections. Remember, on UEFA Champions League Match 1 at St. James's Park, Newcastle suffered a defeat to Barcelona 2-1, and the type of performances that they gave against Barcelona, if they put the same performances on Wednesday against Union Saint-Gilloise, then they are going to win the game. And I know it is going to be a tough one. This is the UEFA Champions League. There is no room for underestimating a team in the UEFA Champions League. Then Arsenal is going to play against Olympiacos. I don't have anything to say about this game because Arsenal, to me, they're the clear favorite to win this game against Olympiacos. With the way the guys are playing, when it comes to set pieces, give it to Arsenal. So the only way Olympiacos can avoid Arsenal, can avoid a defeat in this game, is just to avoid set pieces. If Olympiacos want to draw with Arsenal or defeat Arsenal, they have to first of all start by avoiding set pieces, because Arsenal is just too good when it comes to set pieces. Borussia Dortmund versus Atletico Bilbao. On March 1, Borussia Dortmund shared points with Juventus 4-4. That's the UEFA Champions League March 1. Atletico Bilbao suffered a defeat to Arsenal 2-0. So tomorrow, on Wednesday, Atletico Bilbao will be coming to this game. In fact, they are traveling to Germany to see if they can get their first UEFA Champions League victory of the season. And Borussia Dortmund play at home with the home advantage. Fans are behind them. They will try to see if they can also get their first victory of the season. Barcelona versus Paris Saint-Germain. I think this is going to be the game of the UEFA Champions League Match 2, because everybody is waiting for the game. Whether you're a Real Madrid fan, whether you're a Liverpool fan, Manchester City fan, no matter the club you do support, I know you are waiting for this game, especially Barcelona versus PSG, because it is a game where we all are going to see a lot of things. Though many players are going to miss this game. Ousmane Dembele is going to miss this game. Desiree Doué is going to miss this game. Vitinha, it is a 50-50% chance he might miss the game and he might play the game. Kvaratskhelia might also miss this game. For now, it is also another 50-50 chance, right? Fabian Ruiz is going to miss the game. Marquinhos is also said to miss this game. When take a look at the Barca team, Joan Garcia is going to miss the game. Rafinha is going to miss the game. Gavi is going to miss the game. Fermin Lopez is going to miss the game. The good news is that Lamine Yamal finally returned this weekend against Real Sociedad, so he's going to be available for this game. And I know for sure the game is going to be very, very tough. If I'm being honest with you, this game is going to be very, very difficult. That's why I said it is a UEFA Champions League game of Match Day 2 that every football fan is waiting for. For now, let us just keep the game there. Bayer Leverkusen versus PSV Eindhoven. Remember, on March 1, Bayer Leverkusen shared points, so they have 1 point, and PSV Eindhoven suffered a defeat on March 1 at home. So it is going to be a balanced game for the two clubs. AS Monaco versus Manchester City. AS Monaco suffered a defeat on March 1 to Club Brugge 4-1. The lone goal was scored by Ansu Fati, and Manchester City defeated Napoli 2-0. So this game is going to be a tough game, but if there is one player to watch in this Monaco team against Manchester City on Wednesday, I think it is going to be Ansu Fati. And Manchester City, the guys are still to suffer a defeat in the last 5 games. But they defeated Manchester United, defeated Napoli, defeated Huddersfield in the Carabao Cup, shared points with Arsenal, defeated Burnley. So we take a look at Manchester City in the last 5 games, that is still to suffer a defeat, and I have a feeling that Manchester City is gradually getting back to where they belong. Another game is going to be that of Napoli versus Sporting CP. Remember on March the 1, Napoli suffered a defeat to Manchester City. I said it earlier. Sporting CP defeated Kairat Almaty in this game, where this game is going to be also an interesting one, right? A game must win for Napoli to secure the first 3 points of the season. Remember yesterday against AC Milan in the Serie A, Napoli suffered a defeat to AC Milan 2-1, and that game was actually in preparation for this UEFA Champions League game against Sporting CP. Sporting CP have a very good squad, very good in scoring goals. So Napoli needs to come into this game with all their energy. If not, they're not going to win the game. They're playing the game at home advantage, and they have to prove something to their fans. And the final UEFA Champions League game is going to be that of Villarreal versus Juventus. Villarreal has 0 points. They suffered a defeat to Tottenham on UEFA Champions League March 1. Juventus 1 point because they shared points with Borussia Dortmund on March 1. So it is going to be a tough game for them. And these two teams are very good offensively. Juventus is very good when it comes to attacking. Villarreal is also very good when it comes to attacking. Now, my expectations and predictions for the games that are going to be taking place tomorrow, Tuesday, and on Wednesday. Let me start with the game of Atalanta versus Club Brugge. This game between Atalanta and Club Brugge is going to be a tough one for both Atalanta and for Club Brugge, right? But I don't think this Atalanta is in form. Since the start of the season, the guys are going up, coming down. The guys are not actually in good shape, but I think Club Brugge is going to score at least 2 goals in this game against Atalanta. I don't know who is going to win, but I think Club Brugge is going to score at least 2 goals in this game. Remember, Club Brugge defeated AS Monaco on March 1. Kairat Almaty versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid is going to defeat Kairat Almaty at home, and Real Madrid will not score less than 2 goals also in this game. Atletico de Madrid versus Frankfurt. This is going to be a tough game, but I think at the end of the day, Atletico de Madrid is going to score, should I say score over 1.5 goals? Yes, Atletico de Madrid is going to score at least 2 goals in this game. They can score either 2 or above 2 in this game, and I think they have a chance to defeat Frankfurt also in this game. Bodo Glimt versus Tottenham. With the level at which Tottenham have been playing recently, I think they are going to defeat Bodo Glimt tomorrow. Chelsea versus Benfica. This is going to be a tough game. I think Benfica is going to score Chelsea at least 1 goal in this game. Galatasaray versus Liverpool. Liverpool is going to defeat Galatasaray in this game. Yes, Liverpool is going to defeat Galatasaray in this game. Inter Milan versus Slavia Praga. I think Inter Milan is going to defeat Slavia Prague in this game. Olympique de Marseille versus Ajax. Olympique de Marseille defeated PSG on Tuesday 1-0, and this weekend they also won their game against Strasbourg 2-1. So I think with the level at which they have been scoring goals, they are going to score at least 2 goals in this game against Ajax. Pafos versus Bayern Munich, the final game that's going to be taking place tomorrow. If I'm being honest with you, Bayern Munich is going to defeat Pafos tomorrow. Now, when I take a look at the games that are going to be taking place on Wednesday, Karabakh versus Copenhagen. This game, if I'm being honest with you, Karabakh defeated Benfica on March 1, 3-2. Can they defeat Copenhagen tomorrow? Can Karabakh defeat Copenhagen tomorrow? I think I'll just leave this game because I cannot really predict the game. I cannot predict this one. Union Saint-Gilloise versus Newcastle. I think Newcastle is going to defeat Union Saint-Gilloise, though Newcastle is playing the game away from home. Arsenal versus Olympiacos. Arsenal is going to have to win the game. They are going to have more corner kicks than Olympiacos, and they are going to score at least 1.5 goals in this game. Borussia Dortmund versus Athletic Bilbao. I think Borussia Dortmund can win this game. They are playing at home with the home advantage. Barcelona versus PSG. Barcelona versus PSG. Can someone give me the predictions of this game between Barcelona and PSG down in the comment section? Thank you. Just give me the predictions for this game between Barcelona and PSG. Bayer Leverkusen versus PSV Eindhoven. Bayer Leverkusen shared points on March 1. PSV Eindhoven suffered a defeat on March 1 at home. So I think it is going to be a tough game. But at the end of the day, I think both teams are going to score. Monaco versus Manchester City. AS Monaco is playing the game at home. With the way they have been playing since the start of the season, I don't think they can stand a chance to defeat Manchester City on Wednesday. So I think Manchester City is going to defeat AS Monaco. Napoli versus Sporting CP. Now, this game is a game between the Italian champions versus the Portuguese champion. The game is going to be a very tight game. at the end of the day, I think both teams are going to score. Villarreal versus Juventus, I will go for both teams to score in this game. Guys, I've come to the end of the video, right? I've come to the end of the video, and if this is the first time you are come across my YouTube channel, I will appreciate if you can hit a thumb up to the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are still to subscribe, you turn on the notification bell so when next I post videos that are similar to the one. And most importantly, I am just an upcoming football analyst, and I will appreciate if you can correct me down in the comment section. You know, I'm not an expert. I must have said something somewhere that did not sit well in your ear, so just let me know what I said that you think is not okay, so I can get it corrected in my next videos, and you guys are going to enjoy it. And most importantly, you give me your predictions and expectations for these games that are going to be taking place tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday. You must not predict all the games, at least you must have a team that you are supporting. Give me the predictions and expectations of that your team down in the comment section. Thank you guys, and see you until my next video.